The all-around champion of this 1986 Superstars competition comes down to this final event, the obstacle course, a challenge that requires speed, strength, and dexterity. Ahmad, is there a favorite?
Well, coming into this event, I think the favorite has got to be a guy like Willie Gault, who has set the record here, and this is the day that he planned on really turning it up. He's done very well in the other competitions today, and I think this is where he's going to peak. We have three of our leaders, Dvorak, Gastineau, and Roger Craig. They're all in the clubhouse. They're through, so they're hoping that no one will win this race, but someone will, and I think it may be Willie Gault.
Bruce, what about the rest of the field?
Right now, we have 5 athletes that can still win the overall Superstars title. We've got, along with Willie Gault, we've got Vince Coleman, Renaldo Nehemiah, Fulton Walker, and the always present Carl Lewis. Now, anybody can win it. This is the closest Superstars competition I think we've ever had, as long as I've been following it, and this should be exciting. Let's take a look at the obstacle course. They go over that 12-foot wall. They come down off the other side. They go through the tunnel, hit the blocking sled hard, push it about 10 yards, and then they're off to the tires. The eloquent Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thank you, Bruce. Then they run through these 10 tires faster than a speeding bullet. Then they leap over this water jump in a single bound. Then they jump, flip, or step over this 4.5-foot high jump. They cruise over 1, 2 low hurdles, hit the finish line, and then they must be prepared to talk to me.
And we're ready for Heat 1 of the obstacle course. Greg Louganis is smiling, ready to go after that big wall. Mark Clayton, a sensational athlete. He takes the wall like a deer, is going to go against him.
Remember, the 2 fastest times make it into the finals.
Watch Clayton. No rope, right over.
That is so tough to do. It takes a lot of talent and guts to be able to make it over like that. He hits the blocking sled real hard. Mark Clayton, one of the best ever through the obstacle course, and he has a great time going.
Over the water jump, but he hits the high bar. That will be a 5-second penalty, and Clayton, who had a great obstacle course run, has a real problem now as Greg Louganis is doing the best he can as he comes over the hurdles and finishes. The winner of the heat, Mark Clayton, had a spectacular time, 21.47 seconds, but there is a 5-second penalty assessed, and his total time now 26.47. As you see the red flag waving, he knocked down the high bar. Bruce is at the start line.
All right, here's 2 guys, 21 points, 20 points, Carl Lewis and Fulton Walker, but the key here is just to make it into the finals.
That's the most important thing. It's so wild that everything is so close. You have all these athletes, you go 2 days, and it's down to the last event. I'm just going to try to do the best and see how it comes out.
All right, well, good luck to you. Fulton, one more event.
Yeah, all I want to do is go through it clear with, no penalties and, try to have a good time.
All right, well, you guys go out and enjoy yourself. It's coming down to this.
Both these athletes need a win in this event to stay in the running for the overall championship. Heat 2 of the obstacle course. Carl Lewis in the near lane. He had a spectacular run in a preliminary round. And Fulton Walker of the Raiders in the gray shirt.
Carl, too, can go up there. Oh, Carl tried to go up without using the rope and missed the top. He lost a lot of time right there. Carl Lewis picks up a little bit, going through the tunnel. He's on the blocking sled. Fulton Walker starts to move ahead. Fulton Walker goes down. He may have missed a tire.
29.90 is the time they have to beat to have a chance at the finals. Carl Lewis comes over the hurdles, dives across the line. Fulton Walker comes to the finish line. He's going to be in trouble. Right now, Carl Lewis is with Ahmad.
God! Now, I've seen you finish quite a few times. I've never seen you dive through the finish like that.
Hey, this is tough.
And it's down to the wire, too.
That's right, so I needed the points, I needed time, so I went off for it.
But you used the rope this time.
Yeah, I slipped a little bit, and I had to use the rope. That's why I tried to jump the high bar to make up the time.
All right, your time was 23.94. I think that's a pretty good standing.
Good, thanks.
All right. Fulton, that was a game move on your part. I noticed as you came across, you lose a little gymnastics coming trying to get across that finish line.
I couldn't get my legs down. They're a little heavy, and once they got airborne, I couldn't get them down the hurdles.
Well, man, I'm going to tell you, man, it's been a pleasure to have you down here, man. You've really competed very well.
Thank you. I thought I could give the guys a little run for their money, but things turned out pretty good for me.
And that you did, man. Congratulations to you.
All right, Willie Gault has come down to the final event, the obstacle course. You got 21 points. You hold the Superstars record in this event, but you got to get a clean run to get into the finals.
Well, I just got to run. I got to take chances, and that's what it's all about. I have to just go out and run my race. I can't be tentative or soft. I have to go out and attack.
Attack. Okay, good luck to you. Mr. Lofton. Now, here's your chance. The big guy got you in the 100, but now here's your chance to humble him. Even though you're only down around 14 points, you know, you're not in it for the overall competition, but you can still humble these guys a little bit.
Well, it's still for fun. You know, everyone's competing hard, and I want to give Willie a good run so that he can possibly get into the finals and win it all.
Good luck to you.
This is heat number 3. Remember, the 2 fastest times make it to the finals of the obstacle course. The time they have to beat is 26.47. Beverly Lofton and son David look on with concern.
As they come to the wall, it looks like it's a dead heat, all using the rope to get over. Maybe a slight advantage now to Willie Gault as he comes out of the tunnel first, hits the blocking sled, into the tires. Both very quick through the tires. Willie Gault can make up some time now. He can fly.
He takes the high bar with a somersault leap. He can gain speed on the straightaway. Over the hurdles, and Willie Gault comes to the finish line with a good time. James Lofton bringing up the rear in this race.
You talked about attacking. That's just the way that you ran that course, attacking.
I messed up on the high jump. I used to hurdle it. I got too close, so I had to jump it. It made me lose probably a couple of seconds, half a second.
The key for you here is to get into these finals, right?
Yeah, have to.
Well, with that just run through, you have the fastest time so far.
Good.
All right.
Hope it stays that way.
All right. Good luck to you. James, that was a very nice move on your part. You didn't have a chance to win this competition, but you got in it to push your friend Willie Gault.
Yeah, Willie did real well. Wish I could have gotten in front of him.
Well, you pushed him all the way to the end.
But he did a good job.
I'm sorry your son went to handle this interview.
Mark Gastineau will not repeat as champion this year. Renaldo Nehemiah, looking for a 4th Superstars all-around title, is ready to try the obstacle course now against another tremendous all-around athlete, Vince Coleman, in the far lane.
Mark, set.
Nehemiah very quick off the line. Vince Coleman over the wall quickly. Down the other side, the advantage goes to Nehemiah. Nehemiah hits the sled real hard. Coleman's starting to make up some ground. Look at this baseball player go.
They're really eating up the yardage, and they have to. The time to beat is 23.94 as they clear the high bar even. Come to the hurdles. A fantastic heat. Nehemiah gets there first, and over the line with the fall is Vince Coleman of the Cardinals.
Wait a minute. Now, you knew you had to have that one, huh? I'll come down here closer to you.
I had to let it all hang out, but it was close to me, but it helps to be a hurdler near the end, you know, to keep your feet. But I've had a great time. None of these guys have let up. And as you know, it's been tooth and nail the whole time. Right, David? It's been real tough, right, buddy?
Well, you now have the fastest time in the competition.
That helps out a great deal, but once again, I have to beat Willie Gault. If I don't beat Willie, it's over, I think.
Well, it may be over already. With this race right here, Vince Coleman beat Willie Gault's time, so he will be in the finals against Renaldo Nehemiah.
Is this the anxiety that you have before this race? Anything like any of the other big events you've been around?
Well, you know, it comes to that point in time when you say it's pressure on your back and you only have one thing to win and one thing to lose. And I think it's going to determine this race who's going to be the true champion of the Superstar.
So the final heat of the final event in one of the closest Superstar competitions ever will decide the overall champion in 1986. It'll be Vince Coleman against Renaldo Nehemiah when we come back to the Superstars.